Alright, so in the last video we understood as to how you can switch between different views, which is the list view and the card view. If I go back to the list view, which is my personal favorite, I keep highlighting, what all are the things that you can modify, customize onto the screen? Well, plenty of things, but let's look at the list features, right? So more or less, the table in the default view would look like this, but you might want to see more information, right? Some of the information we have purposefully kept hidden because you might not always need them. So let's look at those. There are three buttons on the top: bulk upload, show hide columns, and filter. Bulk upload is naturally provisioning a bulk of devices in one shot. We'll look at that at a later video. In the show hide columns, what you're seeing right now is name, device UI, main output, hardware type, and last updated. If you want to change that, if you want to add more columns, you can essentially do that, right? So I'd like to see other outputs of the hardware, right? Because like I said, a device into the field is nothing but an array of sensors. What you're interested in is your main output, but it's also sending other sensor values, other outputs. So if you want to see all of them as well, you just tap onto the other outputs and it will create another column for you onto the table. This looks too much information in one glance, and that's why we would like for the user to keep it hidden, because most of the times you won't need that information, but sometimes if you do, please feel free to just go show hide and show columns. So I, for a moment, again disable other outputs, as easy as just unchecking it. I can also select location, right? So sometimes your hardware, your device is going within a project in different locations. So we'll talk about locations in depth as we'll discover what's there in this beautiful location section. But if you want to see the location of your devices, you can see them by just showing, hiding the column and selecting location. So this is generally what we would like the user to keep it at. If they want more information, just show hide more columns. Filters, right? We understand that this list can go really long, right? If you have hundreds and thousands of IoT devices in one list, it's hard to monitor, right? And so there will be pagination after about 50 devices on the screen. But when you want to just look at a certain specific type of sensors, right, in your IoT project, you might want to just look at all of the sensors that belong to a certain location or certain specific set of location. For me, I want to look at this floor first, right? That's weird name for my location, and all of the devices that belong to this particular location would come onto the screen. So I also have the capability to essentially look at a specific block of my entire project. I don't have to look at the whole project in one shot. If I want to evaluate my project performance block by block, those blocks can be either locations or they could also be hardware type, right? So, and also a mix of both. That's the beauty. Like if you want to just look at, say, all of the IO controllers, right? Then just do that. For me, in this particular project, there's just one IO controller. But if you had more, you can just switch to it. And you can also then, within selecting as LTIO controller, you can also select a specific location, and all of your hardware that are LTIO controllers for a particular location would come onto the screen, and then you can visualize their last update message. You can utilize their you can view their main output. All of that can simply happen with the help of filters. So two main list features, and that's also present for the card view. Know that nothing changes, but two main features that you would like for see in the list view is the show hide columns and the filters. Now there are three other columns features that are kept hidden for the very purpose that they're specific to a device features, right? So if you, for example, want to, for this location tracker I want to change it. Till the time I have not selected any device, these features will remain hidden, blurred, because they're specific to a device. But if I hover over to any device, just click on to wherever there's space to click onto, and I hit click, I basically see these three options coming alive. Delete is naturally delete, right? I want to delete something, I would go on and delete it. But if I want to not delete it, rather just edit it, I can just go on and edit the device. What all things can you edit? of course, the MAC address, its name, its location, pretty much everything. I keep emphasizing different outputs. You can change the main output from here. You can change the device location. We'll talk about all of these features, all of these inputs when we will discuss add device section. But just know that if you want to change the name of the hardware, it's as easy as just clicking name here, skip the step, save, and voila, you have location tracker, name of the device be changed to location tracker demo. So you can switch the name of your devices in one shot by hovering over to the row of the list, going to the edit device section and do that. Just know that you can also do that in the card view. If I switch to the card view, if I hover over every section, this option would appear. You click and this will be highlighted that this is the device you are playing with, and then you would hover over to the edit device section and you would do that like you did that in the list view. Yeah, so maybe let's just do that back, take it back to location tracker, because I like to keep it this way, and I hit next, skip the step, save, and done. Right, so this is how you can simply use all of the features on the top, which includes show hide column, filter, delete, and edit. We'll talk about one really important feature, which is downlink, as and when we're going to discuss the downlink section. Thank you.